Y'all ever been watching an episode of anime and you felt like, dang, like it's starting to get a little biblical, you feel me? I was watching the episode of Boruto and it was a conversation about Orochimaru and the older version of Mitsuki, like one of the failed copies. And they was talking about the main character Mitsuki, you know what I'm saying? In terms of like his growth and development. It was kind of that arc, right? And the quote that it was either Orochimaru or the older version of Mitsuki, one of them, they said this quote, and it really stuck out to me about a year ago when I heard it. It said, "A cracked vessel can't hold anything, but a waning moon in the night will eventually wax full." That sparked my ears because I've read about moons waxing full. I've read about cracked vessels before, right? And I went online, I started searching for whatever biblical quote that it was, right? And I came across Ecclesiasticus chapter 21, verse 13. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 12. He that is not wise will not be taught, but there is a wisdom which multiplieth bitterness. The knowledge of a wise man shall abound like a flood, and his counsel is like a pure fountain of life. Here we go, verse 14. The inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth. If you have a broken vessel and you try to pour water into it, it's going to seep through, right? But the waters of God is often required, my bad, is often referred to as wisdom. So if you're trying to pour wisdom into a broken vessel, a vessel that can't hold, a body that's not ready to hear it, a person who cannot retain that information because they're not spiritually aligned, it doesn't matter what you tell them. If you try to give wisdom to that person, they're just a broken vessel. It's going to seep right through. And then you tap more so into Mark 4. You know what I'm saying? I'll put those passages up right in front of my face right now. And when I came across that quote from Boruto, it really just sparked an interest in me. You know what I'm saying? Because Mitsuki was going through a situation where he was trying to figure out like who he was in life, you know, and it was hard. You know, that cracked cup, that cracked vessel, that cracked anything, it can't hold anything that you put into it. The waters, the truths of God, when you try to put it throughout that broken vessel, it's just going to seep through and it's going to hit the ground, you know. And that was inclining to the fact that Mitsuki, like anything you try to like, since he grew up without that base, you know, he didn't know where he came from. He was created, but he didn't really understand that, you know. It was hard for him to find his purpose, which he was searching for, because he didn't really understand his true origin. You feel me? And I started to just make those dots and put it together when I came across that. And man, it's really amazing how that works, right? And I found this excerpt online. It said, despite this limitation, the narrative suggests that a waning moon in the night will eventually wax full. This means that while Mitsuki starts as a flawed, manipulated creation, he has the potential to grow, develop his own agency, and shine on his own. So, when you go back to that quote, a cracked vessel can't hold anything. That cracked vessel can't hold anything you try to pour into it. However, but a waning moon in the night will eventually wax full. Eventually, through application, if you keep trying to align yourself with the Lord, the law, statutes, and commandments, things will be brought unto you. Wisdom will be brought unto you. And that will keep you from being that cracked vessel. And you'll actually just be a whole barrel. You feel me? So when I looked at life through that lens and I understood that, it really made more sense to me, you know? It really made more sense to me. But, you know, yeah, I'll be watching anime, bro, and they be getting mad biblical, bro. Well, especially Dragon Ball Z, you know, man, it was the Israelites, bro. They just had white skin, you feel me? You can't tell me no different. Naruto's tapping in, you know, Nine-Tailed Fox, the devil inside him, you know what I'm saying? When he felt like he needed help, he would choose the devil, things like that. But when I would come across, like, those excerpts, like, I'd be a fool not to, you know, try to record it and make a video about it. So yeah, if you watch an anime and you feel like it's getting mad biblical, just know you're not crazy, bro. For real. Shalom. Y'all see the beach behind me? These waves better not be drowning out my voice, dog. For real.